Hey guys, Rob here with Expedition Team Overland, here with another instructional video for how to remove the doors off your Jeep Wrangler JK JKU. It's a very simple process. It takes about maybe 2-3 minutes per door. The only tool you will need is a T50 Torx bit. Here you have the Jeep MOPAR hardtop, softtop dual removal tool set. They're about $20 from MOPAR, Northridge, Quadratech, other no big name accessory places. Inside, it has all the three size torque bits that you need to remove your doors, hardtop and softtop, your 10mm socket for the soft top connection on the roll bar, and a tool. It's a very nice, convenient place to put everything. Only big thing you need if this is for just doing these tools, for just taking the doors off. Very simple process. Probably the most difficult process of this is the weight of the doors. The front doors, depending if you have power windows or not, power locks, they can weigh up to about 25 to 50 pounds. I've never weighed them, but it's something, and they're awkwardly weighted. So just keep that in mind. Some people have used, I've seen a sheetrock carrying tool. It's just got a flat edge on the bottom with a handle. Makes life a little bit easier pulling these off. The one problem that you might have, if this is the first time you've ever taken your doors off, they might be a little seized in there. It's gonna take a little bit of force. However, do not, I stress, do not use any type of jack or high lift or something to go under the door and pull up. That will damage the door seal. Don't do it. A lot of patience. Get some penetrating oil inside there in the seal, let it work in, and just work the door back and forth. Open, close, open, close. That'll just get the oil in there and get it off. If you do have that problem, there are some plastic door bushings that you can buy that you have to hammer out the bushing that's from the factory, and you just put a plastic sleeve in. That's going to make life a lot easier, because the two metals, the metal part of the hinge and the metal part of the pin, are two different types of metals. I'm not a metallurgist, so I'm not really sure, but they seize up a lot. So something you want to probably do if this is something you want to do quite regularly. The other thing you need to do is make sure you roll your windows down before you disconnect the power. I'm going to be showing how to disconnect the power first, and then we'll take the bolts off. But like I said, make sure you roll the windows down. Makes life pulling them off and handling them a lot easier, and less likely that you are to break the glass. So let's go inside and pull the power first. Okay, now we're inside the Jeep. This is the driver's side footwell. What you're gonna want to do is right here, this is the black fabric that comes off the door hinge. Follow this up to there's gonna be a connection. It's an alligator clip. In the center, there's a little clip. You're gonna push that in and wiggle out. It's a little bit on the tight side, but be nice and firm, and it'll come off very easily. For putting it back in, try to find the slot, put it in, and you hear a clip. When you hear the clip, that means the electrical circuit is good, and it's locked in. Like I said, push that clip in, pull down. Okay, now that the clip has been disconnected, as you can see here, it's just a very simple clip. And that's how it unclips. It makes the connection. So now next, what you have to do, there's a little bit of a hook, and this is the door strap. And this is what makes sure the door doesn't open all the way. Bring two hands, bring the webbing over the hook and off. As you see, it's just a regular simple hook. Very simple process. Okay guys, now we're in the back seat of the Jeep. To make this process a little bit easier, it's wise to push the front seat all the way to the front of the tracks. Well, you see, bring the seatbelt strap down. Right below there's a little bit of an access door. You're gonna just open up that access door. Now, if you follow the electrical outlet up, there's a quick disconnect up here. It's out of sight, so this takes a little bit of feeling to do. It has the exact same connection that the front has. It's just a little bit of a snap down. So push that snap in and pull down. It's significantly smaller size because it doesn't have power mirrors, so it just has the lock and the window. Same thing for the door strap. Bring the door in a little bit. It's the exact same hook. So just bring it up and over the hook. And on the back side, there's a little bit of a square hole right here. And that's where everything gets fed into. Okay guys, now with the door strap undone, the door is going to move freely in all directions. So one thing you need to be very cautious is the cowl right here. The bottom of the mirror now can swing unimpededly into that and put a nice little dent. I already have a dent on my passenger side from this happening. Little gust of wind, you move the door a little bit too much, so you have to keep a cautious eye. They do sell some plastic trim pieces that go on top of this that does protect, and that is a nice little idea. So now with the door hinges, with the door strap and electric cloth, windows down, it's also a good idea to move the mirror back. Just gives you up a little bit more space when working and stuff. You're gonna take I'm gonna use my tool here from MOPAR, a T50, and you're gonna go underneath the door hinge, and just unscrew these two little bolts. Once you get started, usually you can use your fingers. Now there's a lot of people who, in the summer times, when they're taking the doors on and off continuously, they just don't put this bolt back in. Bolt is only really keeping weather, mud, and salt and crap out of the hinge. Don't want to lose these. You can get these from your dealer or online. They are a little bit on the greasy. I put lithium grease inside here to keep them lubricated. So you're going to get a little dirty. Now in the back of the Jeep, I'll show you there's a place where you could store these. So now we'll do the bottom one. Okay. Now both of them are off. Make sure to keep these in a nice clean location and make sure you don't lose them. Like I said, you can buy them. So now, let's take the door off. Okay, now to take the door off, what I usually do is I put my right hand in the handle, grab from underneath in the door seal, and just start walking it off. And the door is off. Hey guys, I'm in the cargo area of the Jeep Wrangler. Jeep has a really great way of storing all your door hinges. Right underneath on your back area, you have a little thing. There's a little thing you pull up. A little cubby right here. On the left and right sides, there's 4 holes for where you put your left and right bottom door hinges. And then in the center is stuff for the hard top that we'll talk about in another video. But this is just a great way of keeping these so you don't lose them. They are protected. They won't rattle around. Like I said, it's just a nice little storage compartment in the back of the Jeep. Great way to store them. Hey guys, now I'm in my garage. There's multiple ways of storing your doors. The main thing you want to do is a nice, safe, and secure location. You don't want them to fall, to break the glass, damage the seals, or bend the frame. So what you can do, if you have a hard surface, you need to put them down on a hard surface. Lay out a piece of carpet, an old towel, beach cloth, or whatever, and then lay them down as the inside, what's facing the inside of the vehicle, on the floor so the paint is facing up. If you want to hang them on walls, there is a way that I used on at my old house was it's a bracket that you used to buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, that they used to hold ladders up. It's just a little bit of a U-shaped bracket. Put two of them close together, and then with the window down, I use the top of the window seal to hang on that. That works great. I used to have them hanging for long periods of time, and I did start to notice a little bit of wear on the window seal on the weather stripping. Never had problems leaking, but something I really didn't want to do. So now I bought these Ace Manufacturing brackets. They're both for the JL and the JK, same, the door hinges are the same. It's set up the same as the door, so the door's going to be sitting on the hinges as if it was on the vehicle, so the weight is on the hinge. One thing that they didn't mention, and a friend told me, was the front doors, because of the rear view mirrors, they need to sit out a little bit further, because I put paint side towards the windows. So what happens is, because of the mirror, you can't have it flush on the wall. So what I did is I took two 4x6s, put them next to each other, and with lag bolts, lag those in, and screwed the bracket into that. So that gives me a little bit more of the spacing that I need to hang the door. Hanging the door, same as you would, you just put the 2 pins in and it hangs. It's a very nice, simple process. Well guys, that's it. That is how you take the doors off a Jeep Wrangler JK, JKU. Very simple process, maybe takes 15 minutes. The hardest thing I said to it, if you haven't taken the doors off, even if you take it off every summer, you still have the factory bushings in there. You gotta have to walk the door off a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit of force, but like I said, do not put a jack, a high lift, or any other type of thing. You just have to use your muscle to pull it off. Like I said, if it hasn't been taken off, they're gonna be pretty stiff in there, so it's gonna take a little bit to do. Other than that, it's a great way to run around with no doors. When the summertime comes, no doors, no top, it's the way to go. If you have any questions, leave comments below and I'll answer them. I'll also leave a link to the multi-tool that MOPAR has that has all the tools that you need to take your doors, hard top, soft top, on and off. Thanks a lot. Have a great one.